How's everybody doing? This is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. And to accomplish that, we like to have a pretty quiet, bored cigar lounge. Because that way you can find balance and train of thought and lower your blood pressure with a good cigar and reflect on life. Today's been a great week. We struggle a lot sending plywood to Nicaragua. We learned that there's too many moving parts. I realized that even that I talked to the exporter right here in Miami, and I asked him 3 months ago if everything was fine, if he needed something else. He said, no, everything is good. I just need an invoice from you guys, destination, and bring the plywood here to Miami, which we did. But we find out that we needed some health certificate. And that health certificate, before you used to go agriculture, and someone from agriculture would go to your place and inspect the cargo and give you the certificate. Not anymore. Now you got to bring the entire cargo to the Department of Agriculture for them to inspect and give you a certificate. So I have to put the 5 pallets back in a trailer, send it to agriculture, get inspected, and go back to the port to be shipped to Nicaragua. That's another few $100 putting more on top of that plywood. I kind of had the sense since the beginning we got into sending the plywood to Nicaragua from the US because we couldn't acquire Baltic birch in any place in South America. So I said, I need to start getting experience working with Nicaraguans and the system down there. So whatever it's gonna cost to take the plywood to Nicaragua, I'm willing to pay. And I was ready for any surprises, Last week when we were putting the plywood on the trailer, 3 of the pallets, each 1,500 pounds. We got it from Ron Lumber. In Ron Lumber, they have a forklift that we're able to put them on the trailer. But in our storage, we can't afford yet a forklift to be parked in there only for a once in a while use. So I chased a few companies around the area to see who will lend me the forklift with the trailer already parked in the street waiting for me. That's taking risk. I talked to 2 different roofing companies around me, and they said, oh, we got to talk to management. The other one said, we don't have any drivers. And I said, oh my God, I got the trucker waiting in the street for those 2 pallets. I went to a export company, and there was 2 guys working inside the warehouse. So I said, do I hesitate and don't ask and keep going? I said, no, I learned not to hesitate, to ask. So I waved the guy and I said, listen, sir, I need help. And I was well dressed, so I don't think he thought it was about money. He approached me and said, yeah, how can I help you? I said, look, there's a trailer parked in the middle of the block, and I need to put 2 plywood pallets on that container. Can I pay you for your time? Can you do that? I said, okay, let me get there. He jumped on the forklift, went there, moved the pallets, and I said, how much are you? Nothing. He said, wow, thank you. So the plywood went to Miami, and now we discovered we need a health certificate. So we're gonna have to pay another $500, $600 for someone to put them in a truck, take it to the agriculture, and get the certificate. I don't know. When the plywood get to Nicaragua, probably box is gonna be at least $3 on wood. I don't care. I'm willing to take the risk and start. I need to start. And we're gonna be interrupted with a Taba Brew moment by Naviera Coffee Mill. Gracias. Because that's something else that we know how to make here besides cigars. Amazing coffee. Naviera Coffee Mill has been in Tampa, Florida for 105 years, and they were willing to roast our custom blend or private blend, which I love. So we're getting plywood down there. We have a good Samaritan in Nicaragua, the owner of Cigar Box of Esteli, Cesar, a guy from Spain that has been in Esteli forever. And he said, Yanko, yes, I will let you use my duty-free zone for you to import your plywood. He's making 400 piano finish high-end boxes for Patriarca. But I don't think he let me use his duty-free zone just because he's making me 400 boxes. That is a really small order for him. He makes boxes for the entire industry, the high-end boxes. I think he helped me out because he has a good heart, first of all, and second, because he's really intrigued to learn how we make boxes on a laser machine. He wants to know that. It's not every day that someone, because of necessity, does something so monumental in an industry of changing completely the packaging industry for cigars. And we did it here in Tampa, Florida, and we're gonna do it right now in Nicaragua. I was in my comfort zone when it comes to training people in Nicaragua. I was in my comfort zone because I happened to train someone in the US that just arrived, and he said he didn't like the system of the US system. He said that in here it's just work, that it was too much. So he said, hey, can I take the opportunity to go back to Latin America, to go back to Nicaragua now that I've learned everything, and work with you down in Nicaragua? I said, yeah, sure, no problem. You can go down there to Nicaragua and work for the box shop, but don't think, not even imagine that you're gonna get paid the same amount you're getting paid here down in Nicaragua. And he said, no, I understand. You know, if I can make $2,000 in Nicaragua, I'll be good. I said, no, me too. If I can make $2,000 in Nicaragua, I'll be awesome. In Nicaragua, you're gonna make between $500 to $1,000 a month if you are extremely good. And that is someone running an entire operation with at least 20 people. So don't think you're gonna be making $2,000 in Nicaragua. But he was okay. He understood that when that box shop down in Nicaragua is making millions of boxes, yes, you can make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month if the box shop is doing amazingly good. So, you know, 5 months went through. We were doing great. The guy was advancing and getting better. And I was getting more on my comfort zone, saying, wow, I'm the man. I'm sending the plywood, laser cutter to Nicaragua, all the tools. We send a bunch of tools right now with JC Newman. They send another shipping container, and we were able to put a lot of tools on that shipping container. This is the 3rd shipment that we sent to Nicaragua, thanks to JC Newman. The Newman family, they're an amazing individual. Amazing individuals. And what I read in history, they've been like that through different generations. They have helped a lot of people in this industry, and especially recently to the Arturo Fuentes in the 80s. So getting on my comfort zone, thinking that I will go to Nicaragua in the beginning to set up the shop, to say I want it here, I want it there, and that's it. I'll be dressed nice and just smoking cigars. I'll tell you what, God put you to the test, because I just find out that I have to get out of that comfort zone, get on my greasy elbows clothing, and get to it. How are you? Hello, how are you doing? Please come in and feel free to look around, okay? Thank you. So I have to get that mentality change, because my hands are gonna put that cigar shop, that box shop together in Nicaragua, and I will train my people in Nicaragua. So I don't know if after I come back from Vegas, from the show in Vegas, if I move completely for the rest of the year to Nicaragua. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna get done. Because besides making boxes for this beautiful brand, my brand in Tampa, when a lot of the entrepreneurs, cigar entrepreneurs in Nicaragua, has seen my box, how different it is, and I explain how easier it is to do, the next thing that came out of their mouths was, are you gonna do my boxes? Are you gonna do my boxes? So I guess we're not gonna be doing boxes just for us. But this week, again, I find out that I will be the one training everybody in Nicaragua like 10 years ago, like 8 years ago when I used to do all the training here. And I don't have Karen in Nicaragua, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. And the reason, because I know everybody's asking why did I lost the guy. I lost the guy because when you start working here, I'm pretty clear that I am the founder, I own the establishment, but there's a lady running the show. There's a lady running the show, Karen Sewell, she's the one running the show. And if you're not able to have a good relationship with Karen, doesn't matter how much you have advanced with me, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because Karen is in charge. And I guess that person had a hard time understanding that, and he got confused. He thought that even if things would not work out with the general manager here, he will be able to continue working with me here in Nicaragua. But that doesn't work. That doesn't work. This is not the first time I put a lot of energy into someone. I train someone. I have planned with it, and it vanishes. I already learned a few years ago of keeping a good character, a strong character, and in my heart, little by little, it gets harder and harder, knowing that no one is going to be around me forever. People come and go. I wish when they come, they give the best and to last for a few years. But some, they only last a few months. I'm okay with that. I have a clear picture where I'm going, where I'm aiming, and I will continue. All I ask God is to keep giving me the health I have, and I will continue. So I'm really excited because besides all this, I have all the tools to make my boxes in Nicaragua. They're already on the storage. The only thing that we're missing is the lacing machine. It's a $25,000 lacing machine. I already put half of the money down payment in Nicaragua with someone that I don't know, someone that I met over the phone. I went to Nicaragua, met in person. He took me to both of his shops. He looked like a legit guy. It was recommended by someone that works at Raymond Factory, and I put $12,000 on his hands. Let's pray. Let's believe in people that do good business, and hope that my machine, it will be in Nicaragua in another 3 months. He said he will be sending me pictures in 5 days of the progress of the machine being built in China. This is going to be a monster. The machine that we have here, the working area, it's 30 by 24. This monster, 30 by 34, it's an 80 watt, one laser. The one in Nicaragua is going to be 40 by 60, and it's going to have 2 laser heads. So we will work a lot faster. We will work a lot faster. I think 3/4 of the time faster. Not half. 3/4 of the time faster, because the laser power is 150 watts towards 80 watts in here. I'm smoking a Belicoso. Belicoso this is something new. I would say medium. It's an excellent cigar. If you are used to cigars, European cigars, this is right on your alley. This is right on your alley. This is right on your alley because it has a profile that you are really familiar with it. So try Belicoso. We have it in the website, I think, already. So give it a try and see what you think. It's amazing. Something else that has been a success. Thanks to Cigar Talk. Cigar Talk in Texas, in Abilene, Texas. Rob John. We acquired another account with 3 stores. 3 stores. So that makes me feel really, really happy. Little by little, thanks to Cigar Talk, we keep reaching more hearts. And Cigar Talk makes sure that people really understand what is a boutique brand, that it was born right here in Tampa, Florida, and now it's being manufactured in Nicaragua. Rob is doing an amazing job. Thank you, sir. So another 3 stores from the same owner in, I think, Alabama, not in Texas. We have the Leaf in Abilene, Texas, which are been ordering a lot of cigars. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for the amazing support. And that makes me feel that that's how we want to grow wholesale. We want to grow wholesale with stores that really appreciate the whole sense of boutique, or something limited. I always tell people in the industry that the biggest number of manufacturing that I see in our brand, it's 1 million cigars a year to 1.5 million cigars a year. That's about it. Something funny happened this week, because I talked to an engineer in Colombia, and I said, listen, I want my machine, my laser machine, to build reports, to send me reports of how long the machine is being on and how long the machine is being shooting the laser. I want a report on my phone saying, okay, the machine was on 60 hours, and from those 60 hours, the laser was shooting 52 hours. And that gives me the sense that they were putting a lot of plywood. They've been keeping the machine on and on. I also want the machine that when it finishes a project, it only beeps once. It goes beep, done. I want the machine to continue beeping in different speakers around the factory. That is kind of annoying. So the employees have to go, take the parts, and put a new plywood. The engineer in Colombia says, that is impossible. That can be done. I said, when I finish it, I'll send you a video. He didn't respond. Well, I went into Fiverr. You guys familiar with Fiverr? Fiverr is a website that you can contract any type of service related with design, engineering, any type of digital stuff that you can do from another side of the world. That's where I found Abdallah. Abdallah does our design for boxes. That's where we found Abdallah is from Egypt. That's where we found Sushan. Sushan is in India. He does our email campaigns. And I think we found the engineer now that is going to help us out with the laser machine and the robotic arms that is going to apply glue to the boxes, and it's going to be doing the sanding of the plywood. Wow, crazy, huh? Crazy. It is crazy. For a crazy Cuban that came from Cuba in 1994 and talking about robotics and talking about optimizing a laser box machine, it's a lot, but it's happening. So this guy, Usman is a new participant in this dream. Usman is from Pakistan. He told me, we went to the machine, he showed me the diagram of the different testings that he wanted to do it on the side of the machine, and we discovered where we're gonna connect a Raspberry Pi or a AP32 box that you will connect to those different signals, so we can find out when the machine is on and when the laser is fired and when the project is finished. Woo! You imagine that? Because I'm always getting complaints that, oh, the machine is not fast enough, we need another machine. I said, no, the machine is fast enough, but you guys got to keep putting plywood. Every time the machine goes beep, and you're doing something else, and you come back to the machine 20 minutes later, that's 20 minutes that we lose of the machine cutting. So with this system right now, it's going to be amazing. We're going to do the same thing for the robotic arm that's going to be doing the sanding. Every time the pile of plywood is done, he's going to start beeping. I want more plywood. I want more plywood. Well, unless you turn it off. Same thing. We're going to do it with the glue arm. The glue arm that is going to be applying glue to the boxes. If the glue arm is not working because you went to the bathroom or whatever, and he's waiting for you to put more pieces, or you take him too long, he's gonna start beeping. Beep, beep, beep. Like you need to get back to work. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is I read on one of the business books. I don't know if it was from Napoleon Hill, that when you really enjoy business, it's like you in a sandbox as a kid, playing in a sandbox. That's how I feel. That's how I feel every time I take my business to another level because of technology. And that's why when I talk to people about making the cigar lounges as most autonomous as I could, people go, that sounds really crazy. No register, self-service beer, self-service wine, liquor, that's too much. Watch me and learn. There's nothing impossible in this great country and this amazing world. Believe me, watch me. The first store is gonna be in Texas. And that store in Texas, woo, it's not gonna be your main cave. It's gonna be a contemporary lounge that you will come in, enjoy the lounge, and kinda feel like in someone's home. Not your house, not your home, someone's home that allows you to come in and enjoy the furniture, enjoy the air conditioning, the great background music, but it's not your house, it's someone's home. And basically, you will do everything yourself. There's always gonna be people there to help, but mostly it's gonna be yourself. Oh boy, I'm planning to go to Nicaragua in March. I can go by the end of March because it's Keith's birthday on the 26th. So I gotta be here for Keith's birthday on the 26th. I'm getting this week some samples of Big Daddy from Esteli, Nicaragua, from Raymond Pages, to try a natural Mexican wrappers on the Big Daddy. We want to experiment. We've been having difficulties with the Habano Sombron Corte 8, Cut 8, Prime 8, which is pretty thick to keep the Big Daddy not to exploding. But the wrappers right now is almost impossible to get nice higher prime wrapper. So I said, you know what? He was thinking it, I was thinking it. Let's go ahead and try San Andres. San Andres is a lot sweeter, has a lot more flavor. Let's see how it's gonna work with the Big Daddy. And it makes the cigar a lot more rounded. Rounded in a sense that the flavor, it's even more balanced. So they sent me some samples for me to try because it was his idea, but I was already thinking about it before I said it. He did it. But I need to try and see if I like it, see if Keith, my friend, likes it too, and then we will continue. We will continue going forward. Whew, I'm excited. I think it's the Cuban coffee. There's a lot of good thing going on. We're gonna keep this vibe, we're gonna keep this energy for as long as we can. As long as we can, because things are going amazing. This past week, we had to put to sleep our dog, Sales. He was 11 years old. He had cancer. We enjoyed it for 11 years, an amazing dog. So the family, myself, we miss it a lot. You know, the kids come back from school and they start crying because they don't see the dog. It's tough. I never thought it was going to be such a difficulty to lose that four-leg member of the family. It's the first time that we go through that. So it feels like 10 years, 11 years of a dog is not enough. I wish the dogs would last a little bit longer, but that's life. That's life. We usually last about 80 years old, but I'm working on to last at least 120, 130. We'll see. We'll see if I get there. But that's the idea, to get to 120 days. So when Elon Musk conquer Mars, I will have the first cigar lounges in Mars. And hopefully we can grow some tobacco in Mars too. Who knows, it will be a pretty interesting blend. We ordered the Moto Y, and they said January, and then February, March. Now they're saying May, June. but I still love the guy. I think it's crazy. It can get, he can get, but only crazy people has changed the world. Only crazy people has changed the world. Sane people, they're good people, really good people, but usually they don't change the world. They don't take the risk to change the world. To get into these ventures of owning a business, and especially a small business, there has to be something wrong with your head. But I'm okay. I love it. I enjoy it. So I've been reminiscing on years in the past of being too comfort, thinking that everything is all right, and then, oops, I got to get out of my comfort zone. I got to basically move to Nicaragua and train everybody in Nicaragua. It's a challenge that I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to take it brave, and I will definitely generate good leaders in Nicaragua for this cigar box, new technology cigar box shop in Nicaragua. And it was funny because one of the box shop guy from Nicaragua, he recently came to the US, and I said, hey, Jerry, let me bring you to my box shop so you can see it and you can compare where you work down in Nicaragua. And it was funny because when he gets to the shop and we opened the gate, you can see him like looking around and saying, where's the box shop? And I said, come in. And then I show him the leftovers of the plywood when the laser machine finished cutting everything. And he looked at the leftover and he said, that's all your wood leftover? And I said, yeah, that's all. And then he looked at the laser machine working, and the laser machine was just engraving. And he goes, okay. And then when we open the door and we go inside of the shipping container where we have the shop, he sees that many boxes, all the shelf of boxes, and he sees Ulysses gluing boxes, and he goes, no, you make all these boxes in this little space? I said, yes, no way. And how many people work here? Him and him. 2 people, you make all your boxes with 2 people? Yes. Oh my God, I wish you guys could see his face. And then he asked one of the guys, who came up with all these ideas? Who came up with the ideas of designing the boxes using the laser machine, all this technology, how to apply the hinges? And they both looked at me and said, that guy. I'm not that smart, but I have a wild imagination. My younger son, Santiago, 5 years old, he's going through the same issues that I went through school. My wife is always getting called that he's always tuned out, that he's in the limbo, that he doesn't pay attention, that he doesn't care too much about doing the lesson. And I said, oh, I knew a guy like that. I knew an average C guy like that. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes up with some of the stuff of his dad. He definitely says that he wants to learn to make cigars in Nicaragua. So we'll see. All right, guys, it's been already 30 minutes if I don't mistake. I will see you guys next Sunday. And please remember that we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. And don't get confused. We're here to serve others.